What's going on YouTube? I'm Jake, I am back and welcome back to part 3 of my Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution reverse campaign playthrough using only the story deck. Now this is episode 3 and I'm still on this godforsaken duel. It's going to get to the point that if I cannot beat it in this episode, then I will more than likely just have to win some other way, which I'd really rather not do, because the whole point of this challenge is to do, well, exactly what I need to do. So yeah, let's just mess around with that, that's all good. Okay, so there is still no easy way for me to win this. There's no set strategy for winning this opening duel because it's just all luck based because of Exodia. But we will see where we go with this. Hopefully the sound setup is a lot crisper. I do have a new microphone and everything, so yes, hopefully that does come through relatively well for you guys. I say originally I had been using just a regular headset mic to record this, but I do actually now have a working functional microphone with a pop filter and everything. So yeah, let's hope that this does work. So why would I want to activate that? Okay, so realistically, topic wise, I say this in most videos, realistically don't have a topic to talk about, but if we were to talk about one, let's talk about the current situation the world is in regards to lockdown and corona. Yeah, it's still a shit show, still an absolute shit show, especially from where we are in England and stuff like that. Obviously the restrictions are now being lifted very slightly. You can do a lot more. Obviously tattoo studios opened last Monday. I got my newest one done on the Wednesday, and this is one I've been waiting for since March. Yeah, and if you want to see a little video of that and everything, it is on my TikTok. Here we go. It's a Demon Slayer piece. I am so unbelievably stoked about it. Literally everyone I've shown, whether it's on Instagram, it's gotten, you know, a fair few likes and everything on it. Even on TikTok, even people that I know and work with are just astounded by just how good it looks. So yeah, for me that is it's really cool and everything. And like, going back to what I was talking about, when you think of, for God's sake, when you think of lockdown and everything, about what had happened, like how they started slowly reopening everything, tattoo studios and nail salons and parlours and everything were one of the last to open. And for me, I'm not quite sure why, because I've been an advocate for this for quite a while. That those three massage parlours may be a bit iffy, but then again, I've never been to one, so I wouldn't know. When you think of those places, they are extremely hygienic. You got to think like tattoo artists and everything, with all of their equipment that they use, it is all sanitized. It's extremely hygienic in there. And even when I went in there, obviously, you know, the rules now, you wear a mask and you have to go alone because there's no real seating area. It's always so clean and everything in there. Like, as soon as you walk in, you just can smell how clean it is. Which is why, for me, it was strange that they couldn't open from the beginning of the month like everyone else could. But you can open restaurants and pubs and everything. Now, I've not had the chance to go to either a pub or restaurant, mainly because I'm single, and that's that's one of the main reasons. But also at the same time, it's like a lot of friends that I've spoken to are still afraid to go into a pub. Um, I completely understand that with everything that's going on. Like people have got issues and everything to go through. They've got families and all this. I can completely understand why people are skeptical to go out. I said, like, so am I. Like, pubs are not majority of the time they're not a hygienic place. I'm not dissing this and everything, but the majority of pubs that I've ever been into and everything is not exactly the most hygienic place in the world to be. But I can understand why people are against going out and everything. I mean, the only sort of good news for me through all of this was that when they did say about the lockdown restrictions being eased, obviously you can now go and play football and everything. Like literally, me and my friends have already decided when we're going to go. So yes, it's just now just waiting for that time. And obviously they've now announced that proper grassroots football can come back, and for me that's brilliant. It's what people want. It's what people have been screaming out for such a long time and everything. And it's just such a good feeling now that, I mean, we're not still in a great place, in the world, and I think that over time, we're going to get to that stage and everything again, and we're going to be in a good environment. We're going to be in a place in the world where there is a sort of normality, and I don't think that normality is going to be here yet. Do I think there will be another lockdown? 100%. 100%. Whether it is like a nationwide thing here in England, or whether they're doing, bloody hell. Well, that just screwed me up. Unless, freaking hell. Obviously, for people that aren't in England at the moment, everything, I know it's a bit different, especially for you guys in America. We're currently there's a couple of places that have actually got what's called a local lockdown, where the towns in question have not been able to reopen anything because of the spikes, and that's completely understandable. God, he's down to 400 life points. No. Yeah, it's weird for those players because, they seem to think it's going to hit again in winter, and I can personally see that. I really can. Whether or not it will be a big infection rate again, who knows, honestly, who really knows? But we will just see how it goes, I'm hoping. So here's the thing. So a little bit about me is that I'm currently working. I've been working for this whole period, and working through lockdown. I work for Americans. It's Walgreens, and for everyone else, I should have kept it. It's Boots. And I'm the assistant manager for my store. And we had to change so much. We closed aisles down. Yeah, no, game's over. That's the first time I didn't get Exodian, and I've been freaking quitting. That's annoying. But yeah, so we had to shut down so many things. We had to change our opening hours. We had to limit people coming into the store, and it was very manageable. And then, we then started getting pressured from the company to start opening more and doing this and doing that and getting it done quicker. And we were in a very, very good place with everything, how we were running things. We had people who were actively coming to our store because we were safe, and that's one of the best feelings. They were avoiding other stores to come to us, and that's a big thing. That we were that hygienic. The way we were running things was perfect with how they wanted to work, and that people coming in for prescriptions and stuff like that. we were a safer place for them than saying going to a supermarket or to the other boots that we have in our town. Yeah, that makes you feel good, and then we can tell that to our superiors and everything. Like my boss and everything was quarantined for the whole thing, for the full 12 weeks. So when she came back, she came back into what it is, and it was like we weren't ready to open everything up because we didn't want to. I had staff who didn't feel safe. Like it was, why should we rush things? So lockdown sucked, but it also made things a bit more bearable. For me, I was at home with my mum and dad, so that was a nice feeling. But yeah, it's I don't know. I think the way things have been approached with regards to lockdown has been terrible. The fact that it's now mandatory to wear masks in stores from, I believe it's next week in England, 4 months after a virus has taken over, is the worst thing in the world. But I mean, what can we do? What can we do? It is just the way it is. I get why they're doing it. It doesn't make it any better. But listen, we'll see how it goes and everything. I had a bit of a discussion that on my TikTok in one video that I made. So people who have comments on it and everything, by all means leave them down and everything. Like, it's something we're going to be living with for a very long time. There's no two ways about it. So yeah, it's going to be here. We're going to get another one through winter. So honestly, let's just see how it goes. But with everything the way it is right now, we're still not in a good area. They say like the infection rate is now starting to come up again. I read somewhere that Spain's come up, Britain's coming up a little bit as well. Americans are almost at an all-time high as well. So I mean, it's people that also flaunt it and they don't do what they're supposed to. I mean, the amount of times that people were coming into my store and buying non-essential stuff, it was like, why would you risk yourself? Why would you risk putting someone else's life at risk just so you could come out and get a pair of sunglasses or something stupid like that? I'm quite a cynical person with the whole thing, but it's the only way I could really say things about it. And we're now in a place where we're paying for it. But there we go. It is what it is. Lockdown, yeah, it sucked. It's always going to suck. But hey, so the only reason, okay, let's go a bit back to the gameplay now and everything. So the only reason I can think he's going to do, there you go. I'm not sitting for this sake. Oh yeah, I forget you actually have to sit for the animation. Right, so example counter. Yeah, that's now 5 times I've been exerted in 3 videos. So yeah, honestly, I think I'm gonna give this one more try, and if I don't do it, I will probably just use the structure deck, the basic structure deck and everything, because this is ridiculous now. Like this duel is not difficult. In some cases, I know when I'm going wrong. Let's just see how this turns out. So let's set these two. I have to get rid of one of these. Let's set him face down. Like I said, I really didn't want to start with the original series. I'd have rather have started with one of the later series. mainly because of how quick the gameplay is, but excuse me, it's something you gotta get used to. Which, yeah, it sucks because just this is just how slow it was back in the day, and you know you really couldn't do much. You know, I'm getting exodied. I mean, if we had Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon in this deck, potentially I could win. Simple as that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Judge Man. Nope. Let's take him out and put Judge Man in. Let's just try and get some life points down before he starts setting everything in defense mode and playing unbelievably passive. But yeah, there really went else to do. This is how cheesy it was back in the day. It's just so bad. I mean, if anyone has ever tried to do this challenge and stuff like that, please let me know, because I, honest to God, am just sick and tired of just not being able to do anything about any of these duels I'm in. There's a reason I got rid of the first Hardian, otherwise he would have pretty much drawn through his entire deck right now. But yeah, there's nothing I can do. Unless I draw Battleox this turn, there's nothing really I can do. Problem is, that's a very real chance. That is a oh, for God's sake, I get the worst card luck. The worst. The only good thing is I'm not going to take any damage, so I either need to draw a Battleox or I need to draw a Ancient Rules in this turn. I get a Shadow Spell. Again, I'm just getting extremely unlucky. This could actually be it if he... Okay, he didn't. That's fine. But I mean, look. This is the only thing I can do, is I can just do a Shadow Spell on the Winged Guardian, so I take less damage. I'm still going to take 3,700 points of damage, but oh, for can't I get an Ancient Lamp? The only good thing is that it's got some defense. The only problem is he does have, I think, a Rude Kaiser in his hand, which I think he's going to do now, or Summon Skull. Yeah, there you go, there's a Rude Kaiser, so, and that's me out. Unless I do that instead. That's what that... Oh my god, I didn't think it worked that way. I didn't think that card worked that way. Oh, I thought you had to attack another one. I thought it just switched into another card that you... Right, okay, that's why I need to read the cards more. And there's a Spellbinding Circle. Do you know what? I really... I'm actually going to have to nearly forfeit this whole... I can't do it. I can't do it. I have to use... I'm sorry, I have to use... I'm not going to use any of these because these I'll win in one turn. I'm going to use the basic structure deck just this one time. I know I'm breaking the rules and everything, but I'm sick to freaking death of losing this goddamn duel. If you're with me, you understand why I'm doing this. I am at my wit's end. I have basically done over an hour's worth of recording for this stupid freaking duel, and I'm yet to freaking win. And the problem is, I guarantee I'll win straight away using this deck, and that's just how stupid it is. Oh, you're going to take my Apache. Lovely. Awesome. That was just me clearly showing off and everything, the fact that he just did that all in his first turn. So, what we're going to do, Fissure, summon Guroshin, Banner of Courage. Now take 50 life points off of him. Obviously in the anime, if you inflicted 50 life point damage to someone, they'd be going flying backwards into a wall. So... oh, great. I don't think there's anything in this deck that actually can... screw it. Let's take Guroshin out of the way and just put Firewing Pegasus in. Activate Shard of Greed. Okay. Honest to God. I did not think this whole challenge would be this difficult. The fact that I'm now having to resort to cheating. But hey, it is what it is. It's going to be the only time I do this and everything, and if I don't, then I'll make some form of punishment up. But it's just ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. Oh, what's that? Summon Skull? Oh no, Rude Kaiser. Okay, he did that just to pop Sangan's effect. And crashed into Nintendo. Okay. Perfect. Just banish them too. And summon Knight of the Red Lotus. Because then I can special summon Blazing Apache. And I know for a fact he only has one Dark Hole in his deck. Which means in his turn, next turn I can inflict a stupid ton of damage. Okay, so unless I draw something strong, it's going to be Armoured B. Oh, actually, no, Element Dragon. So, two weakest cards are the Blazing Apaches, but they're 50 attack points more than the defense points of a Giant Soldier of Stone. Ooh, what am I doing? 6, 7, 50, 6, 9, 50. So he's going to be left with 1,000 life points at the end of this. Quick maths. I was a maths whiz in school when it came to numbers. So... oh, come on. End your turn. Okay, so he hasn't drawn a Karibo, which is fine. Firewing Pegasus. And I'm going to win with the Knight of the Red Lotus. Thank heavens. I'm sorry this is loud. I'm right up against my microphone, but thank God it says you win. Alright, yes, I know I cheated. Oh. Do you know what? I'm going to leave this for another video. If you guys enjoyed it, like, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. I know I'm a cheat, I apologise, but in the next episode we are going to be running with Weevil Underwood and his ultimate great buff to see if we can take down Yugi. Yeah, thank you guys, and I will see you later.